Listen, beloved, I am the Lord your God who called you by name, and I am not intimidated by the ashes that disappointment left behind. I saw the plans that broke and the prayers that seemed to fall without echo. I counted the nights you turned your face to the wall and wondered whether hope had moved out while you were sleeping. Hear me, I did not move out. I moved closer. Your sighs were not wasted air. They were signals, and I answered them with presence even when you could not measure it. Do not let disappointment steal your fire. Fire is not a mood. It is my gift. It is not kept alive by applause or weather. It is kept alive by my breath. When outcomes hardened against you like winter, I was not absent. I was guarding the ember under the drift, waiting for the hour when the snow would release it and you would feel heat on your hands again. I am the God who knows where sparks are buried and how to call them by their first names. You tasted delay and called it denial. You felt detour and called it failure. But I tell you a better story. The delay refined your appetite, and the detour rescued your destiny. I do not waste paths. I do not misplace people. I am the Father who can turn wrong turns into right testimonies. And I am the shepherd who leads through valleys that gossip like dead ends and then open into fields that never fit your former map. I am teaching you the grammar of holy perseverance. The subject is trust, the verb is obey, the object is joy that does not hire circumstances to prove its point. Disappointment is a thief that studies your calendar and your pulse. It knows when to knock and what to whisper. Answer it with my words, not with your wounded predictions. You are not the sum of closed doors. You are the child of the keyholder. You are not the echo of public measurements. You are the voice print of my covenant. Let gratitude be your rebellion. Thank me for the breath that still visits your lungs, for the strength that did not announce itself but carried you anyway, for the mercies that rebuilt your morning while you slept. Gratitude is not denial of pain. It is denial of pain's permission to label you. Wear praise like armor, not noisy, not theatrical, but steady, fitted, reliable. It will deflect the small arrows of comparison and the heavy spears of self-contempt. I am reintroducing you to wonder. You will not live as a manager of disappointments. You will live as a curator of miracles. You will recognize me in subtle provisions, the call at the right hour, the idea before dawn, the courage that arrives without fanfare. You will track my fingerprints not only in what opens, but in what closes with kindness. Some closures are surgeries. Thank me for the clean cut that healed crooked healing. Do not trade your fire for the cheap comfort of cynicism. Cynicism promises protection, but charges your future as the fee. I give you discernment that sees clearly without becoming cold, wisdom that warns without withdrawing, hope that trembles but still chooses to stand. You will not apologize for burning. You will not dim to fit the room. You will burn with compassion that warms, not with anger that scorches. I am the one who teaches you the chemistry of holy heat. Remember this, I never measured you by outcomes. I measured you by obedience. The seed is successful when it yields to the soil and rises in season. The branch is successful when it abides and bears what it was designed to bear. I am not grading you on control. I am guiding you into communion. Let your yes be simple and your steps be faithful. I will handle the distances, the details, and the doors. If this word is stirring your heart, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe so it can reach someone who needs hope today. Lift your head. You called yourself late. I call you right on time. You called yourself small. I call you strategic. You called yourself forgotten. I call you engraved on my hands. You called the present a waste. I call it a workshop. Disappointment tried to rename you, but I'm renaming you with letters that do not smudge. Steadfast, resilient, anointed, sent. The ink I use is flame. It will not fade when the weather changes. I am placing a new rhythm in you, unhurried strength, unflustered focus. You will choose slow obedience over loud ambition. You will build with excellence when nobody is counting, and you will harvest with humility when everybody is watching. I have assigned angels to your path and mentors to your station. Some will look ordinary. Welcome them anyway. I hide royal help in plain clothes. Do not despise the day of repaired foundations. The first stones seem small until they hold the weight of a future. Put honesty in the ground before you set vision on the walls, and put forgiveness in the mortar before you hang the doors. Forgive the season that didn't meet your script. Forgive the faces that did not understand your tears. Forgive the version of you that froze when fear shouted. Forgiveness is not a loophole for injustice. It is a jailbreak for the heart. Feed the flame I put in you. Guard the gate of your attention. Limit the headlines that narrate you into panic. Limit the habits that leak your strength. Limit the voices that want your loyalty but do not want your liberty. I will teach you selectivity without suspicion, hospitality without naivety, generosity without gullibility. You can be kind without being conquered. You can be tender without being taken. You can be open-handed and still keep covenant with wisdom. I am restoring your appetite for Scripture. You will not chase novelty. You will pursue nourishment. My word will read you while you read it. It will sort motives with mercy and invite decisions into daylight. It will give you language when prayer feels crowded with static and show you paths when advice contradicts itself. You will carry verses like lanterns into rooms that used to intimidate you, and the shadows will step back to make space for peace. I am aligning you with companions who prize covenant over convenience. I am sending friends who stay when the party ends, guides who ask better questions than applause can, partners who protect your soul while celebrating your fruit. Learn the seating chart of your trust. Inner room for the faithful, porch for the familiar, fence line for the fragile, and love remains the rule in every seat. This is how fire travels without turning into wildfire. Do not fear refinement. Fire does not come to destroy gold, but to announce it. I will not waste your trials. I am converting grief into authority, fatigue into empathy, tears into keys. You will speak life with the credibility of one who bled and healed. Your testimony will not be a performance. It will be a doorway others can walk through without tripping where you once fell. I will redeem what you thought was ruined beyond reference. Excellence will be your quiet evangelism. Keep your word when applause goes home. Do the small thing with the same honor as the stage thing. Answer emails with integrity. Clean the corner you can reach. Pay the invoice on time. I am counting faithfulness as fame and stewardship as success. When you move like this, your influence will expand without exhibition, and the room you never chased will open like a polite door. Speak blessing over your house until anxiety forgets the address. Speak courage over your name until your mirror agrees. Speak hope over your work until deadlines find you ready instead of rattled. Your tongue will not be a lighter that burns bridges. It will be a torch that leads through caves. Align your words with mine and watch them plant forests where your fears once planted fences. I am not limiting you to one season of flame. I am teaching you the cycle of holy fire. Altar, obedience, witness, rest. Altar, obedience, witness, rest. You will not burn out, you will burn bright. Rest will be your strategy, not your surrender. Sabbath will not be an apology, it will be an act of trust that keeps your heart from bargaining with exhaustion. I am the Lord of your rhythm as well as your results. Watch for my signatures in the small, the text that interrupts panic, the provision that fits like a key, the peace that arrives mid-sentence before the answer does. Collect them like stones and stack them where you can see them. Memory is a ministry. When the next wave of disappointment knocks, point it to that altar of evidence and let it read the labels. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Do not let disappointment steal your fire, because I am fanning it. I am awakening first love in ordinary rooms, kitchens, buses, break rooms, hallways. I am teaching you to build altars out of errand hours and find me between tasks, not only in temples. When darkness returns, and it will, because nights belong to the rotation of the world, you will not dread it. You will look for stars by name and sing the song we wrote in your hardest chapter. Now rise, not as a gesture to impress the crowd, but as obedience to the call. Rise with gentleness that bends steel. Rise with generosity that embarrasses fear. Rise with joy that breaks the stereotype that the faithful must be grim to be serious. Do the next right thing with a whole heart and a steady pace. I am with you in the Tuesday as surely as the triumph, in the hallway as surely as the headline, in the whisper as surely as the roar. This is my declaration over you. Disappointment is not your monarch. Destiny is not your hostage. Hope is not your hallucination. You are not a museum of losses. You are a workshop of miracles. I will finish what I began, and I will breathe on what you bring. Keep the altar warm, keep the table set, keep the door unlocked. I am coming with the help you asked for, and the wisdom you did not know you needed.